All those three rules were basically cliches, right? Another bright day. Welcome to our next video. Hello, yo. It's been a while since we've seen each other, since yesterday. I will tell you 3 things I wish I knew when I started the YouTube thingy or the content creation in general. Lesson number 1, the gear matter and doesn't matter at the same time. That's been a cliche since forever, since Casey Neistat, who said the best camera is the one that you have with you. What Casey, the godfather of YouTube vlog, said is very, very true. But, a huge but, as long as you are not comfortable with what you have, then you should get what you actually need. So it all comes to how confident you are, how self-aware are you inside, right? So if you want to get an expensive camera that you really think that you need, then you definitely should need it. If you can't afford it, then just use what you have. Lesson number 2. So this chair is squeaking and it's like having a dog here. Quack, 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 quack. Copying the style that is popular on the internet. You know, I've been in this trap, you've been in this trap. We all have certain heroes out there on YouTube that we love watching, that we just wait anxiously until they release a next video, right? And so you naturally would sort of tend to follow their style, the cameras that they use. But in fact, while sort of trying to be someone else, we lose this, I would say, we lose ourselves in the creation process because we kind of would just, copy the color grading, the angles, their jokes, the way they tell the story. And that's something that I think is a bit of a shame that we don't put ourselves in there first instead of trying to be someone else. So throughout my whole YouTube journey, I myself did copied all the styles and been actually still sort of copying what I've seen. So nowadays I'm more on my own journey, my own tunnel style, not letting anyone really in. Okay, the third lesson, just to give you a perspective, I've been making videos since 2014 on YouTube. Then I was switching between different channels and then I established one, I think around 4 years ago or 3 years ago. And since then I thought that every video that I make needs to be, an Oscar movie. While in fact what I learned these days is that we should embrace and actually really dive into the process of making and, embrace it as it is. Meaning that it's not our goal to make an Oscar movie every time, but it's more about getting to know ourselves by creating. And I think that's super important, and that's something that I learned from a friend of mine who went through a photography workshop where, being, let's say, a street photographer, it's something that is really, a difficult discipline in a way that, all those beautiful street photos, they don't come every day, every second, as, or with every picture that photographer takes, because it takes a lot of time to actually get a huge amount, and within thousands of photos you might find a few that are the ones that are good. So I think that this works in the same way with YouTube or any type of art, where you really can't focus on wanting your video to be viral every time or to be a best video of the year. This category doesn't exist, but you know what I mean. It's more rather about really enjoying the process, and while being on the journey, some of your videos might be good, some of them might be maybe a less good kind of, but it's all about the creation process. And so I know that all those 3 rules were basically cliches, right? Use a camera that you have and is good. Then, don't copy others, be yourself. And the 3rd one, just enjoy the process. So all that are like huge cliches, but I learned it a hard way. And so even though you now have just listened throughout the whole video, which I'm very thankful, by the way, I still believe that you need to experience yourself. So my friends, be yourself, and I will see you